My name's LaMacchia, and I recently joined the Bell Legal Group as a partner. I was born and raised in upstate New York, but I went to law school in Houston, Texas, and have been practicing law for the past 20 years. Most of my practice has been concentrated in Houston, Texas with mass tort law firms, but I recently had the opportunity to join the Bell Legal Group in South Carolina. I knew I wanted to become a lawyer in the 10th grade. I was introduced to mock trial as a high school student, and I absolutely fell in love with it from the very first competition we had. I remember the first competition, and there was one legal problem, and you had two opportunities to resolve the problem or argue or persuade one side over the other. So you had the opportunity to be a plaintiff, and then you had the opportunity to be a defendant. And I knew right then and there, when I was posed with the legal issue we were given, that I was a plaintiff's lawyer. Since the day I passed the bar, I started working for a plaintiff's mass tort law firm, and I'm still working for a plaintiff's mass tort law firm today. I recently joined the Bell Legal Group, and I couldn't be more blessed to have had this opportunity. Ed Bell is a kind, generous, caring, compassionate person, which makes him an outstanding lawyer. I love listening to him. I love, even as experienced as I am, I'd like to say I'm an experienced lawyer, but listening to him, getting mentorship from him, really sets him apart from many of the other folks that I've had the opportunities to work for during my career. The Camp Lejeune litigation is the largest litigation that I've ever worked on, and quite possibly it's the largest litigation the country will ever see, with the number of plaintiffs that are part of the claims process. I think it's really important that these folks get compensated for their injuries in an efficient, expedient manner, and that the government take responsibility for what happened between 1953 and 1987. Outside of being a lawyer, I have been an accomplished athlete my entire life. I played 2 Division I sports in college, and then I became a professional Ironman triathlete. So outside of the practice of law, I still stay really busy, staying active, playing sports, traveling, hanging out with my family and friends, but for the most part, athletics has been a huge part of my life. My favorite part about running in Georgetown is Prince Street, which is lined with historic old homes and beautiful trees. It feels so whimsical running along that street, where after work sometimes I run and I get to enjoy the sunset along the water, along with the boardwalk. It's a really cool running spot. I was asked one time what I did for work, and I told them that I was a lawyer. And they said, "Wow, you must really love what you do. You've worked this entire flight." And the flight was 6 hours long. And I looked at her and I said, "I absolutely love what I do." And I really do. I love the law, but I love more so helping those who've been hurt or affected through no fault of their own by a large corporation or a large government body. But I really do. I care about the people I represent. I make connections with the people I represent, and some of those that I represent, I've become lifelong friends with.